Pat Mayo Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience Round 2 Recap Weekend Preview. This is the last show that we're going to have before the Heritage Show, because we're not doing a Masters third round recap. It is still going on as we're doing this. Let's go to the top of the odds board. Tim, what is your guess on Rory McIlroy, who is through 15 holes and up by 2 and about to probably be up by 3?
Minus 140.
Jeff, what's your guess? Or are you looking
Pick 'em.
at? A pick 'em, okay.
Like even money.
He is minus 105.
So that's basically pick 'em.
That's basically a pick 'em. Reed is plus 750. Tommy 11-1. Rose 12-1. Cam Young 16-1. Can Cam Young keep this going? He's on 16. People have been doing the 16. I'll make it.
Yeah,
Tommy.
I want Cam Young to beat Rory on the final.
Fleetwood will post at 5 under, so he'll be in a shot back of Burns. Cam Young is, it's going to be really nice, Cam Young.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Young's going to have about 8 feet for birdie on 16 as well. It's all happening. All my pain, Jeff, happened in the morning, and everything that's happening in the afternoon.
Would you want that hat?
The one that says egg salad?
Yeah.
No.
I'm not sure if I love that hat or I
No one
really
likes
love
it.
that hat.
Oh
I think
my
I
God.
really
I
love
wouldn't
that.
be dead in that hat.
Yeah.
Yes, you would.
As you know, Cuss' whole thing about Bryson and how much he loves Bryson. Cuss is also a big fan of the block letter hats. Like he's a part of the goober class of golf fan.
I would totally wear a yellow hat that said egg salad on it.
Oh, no. Oh, that's vile. That hat is
really
vile.
Really horrible stuff.
Why are they selling it, Jeff?
Because goobers like you will buy it.
Because people go into that store and buy freaking anything.
Like the gnome, which apparently is a hot seller.
Apparently.
Oh, that's so obnoxious too. Imagine like wasting your master's energy on a stupid fucking gnome. Where it's like, I bought it for 60. It's worth 600. You're at the Masters, you fucking loser.
Rory
Like,
just
imagine your day at the Masters being consumed with making $600.
If you're watching the recap feed here, smash the like while you're here. Sub to Mayo Media Network. Still a chance to get into the HELIX mattress draw. HELIXsleep.com/Mayo for 20% off. But you hit the description, you rate and review, you share the stuff around. You'll be good to go. Jeff, we'll be drawing a winner on Monday for that, by the way.
Yeah, on the Rory McIlroy celebration show.
So you have not brought it up yet. You say it's the Rory show, but we've been here at the 36 holes at the Masters with someone with a bigger lead. How you feeling about your big Hatton number that you jumped on this morning? Your secret bet?
I feel pretty good about it. No, I said on the show yesterday, if things are going to get stupid, I'm betting Hatton. And in the first hour this morning, it looked like things were getting stupid. But now it seemed like guys are picking the place apart. 150-1. But I don't like, what is he now? 40-1?
Rory, yes, it's in the 5 minutes since we've been doing the show. He went from minus 105 to minus 150 to win the Masters.
Tim knew.
Yeah, but that was before he hit it to 2 feet on 16.
Yeah, well, Tim's going to find trouble. And what did he do? Hit it to 2 feet.
That is true.
Well, I mean, look, if he gets to, let's say, so he's 9 now, he's almost certain to be at 10. If he gets to 11 and Reed's at 6,
Reed just lost the final group. I'm devastated. I needed him to.
Honestly, 10, it's something. If it's 11, it's the Masters are over at that point.
You think
Both
a
5-stroke lead, I think, completes the Masters.
What?
He's not giving up a 5-stroke lead
Over 2 days?
I don't see it happening. Not the way he's playing. If it's 4,
my guy's bogeyed 18. I'm like devastated.
Yeah, if Rory can get to 11, I think that's good night.
I think that Fleetwood bogeying 18 sucks. I am very happy where if you had told me that Tommy was going to shoot the 68,
Sure.
I would have signed up for it pre-round.
Sure. But I think you're kind of playing for second now, maybe.
Rory has gagged away a lead before.
But then he's won the Masters, so.
Sure. I mean, then it sounds like you're trying to buy a house, take all the money you've saved up and bet on him at minus 150. If he's such a fucking lock. Double your money, pay for it outright.
No,
There's no way you could lose.
I don't want to do that.
Well, then is he actually a lock to
I
win?
do think he's pretty
Well, he's
much
minus 150.
He will be short a lot longer than that in a few moments once
Why?
he makes this
Tim,
putt.
when you buy,
Well,
when
I
you buy-
think that the odds are baking in that he's making the
that was
3-foot putt.
before Reed had missed his putt as well.
Well, they bake in all of this stuff to the odds.
Some of it, but there's still probability that
I mean,
there's still
put it this way. But when Rory jumped up to minus 150, Rose had moved to second in the odds before either Reed or Fleetwood had hit a putt.
Curious to see what it'll be here once he actually does make it.
It'll be minus 150.
We'll see, I guess.
Okay. It will go back down to like even money if he misses it. It'd be nice if Xander could do a little bit of stuff here. Who from this pack do you like the best? Like Xander or what if Xander just makes a putt tomorrow? What if he does that?
He just is Hatton.
I mean, I don't know what his splits are right now.
But I mean, like if Schauffele just plays like Hatton did today and just make putts.
Well, it seems like Xander's been putting like crap. I could be dead wrong on that.
Windy C did today.
Well, Clark was only what, 4 under?
Something like that. When the course was at its toughest, really.
Well, I guess the question is, Jeff, you were watching early in the morning. Was the course, because I got duped into thinking it was going to play super tough. Did it play super tough, or were there just like kind of losers on the course?
I think the hardest it played was like in the first 3 hours this morning, it seemed.
Or was it just that the quality of talent wasn't out there?
Yeah, maybe. But I still
what-
think it played harder than it is now.
Which is what we joked about yesterday, that they stuck Wyndham Clark with 2 goobers. And of course, he's the guy who goes out and has a round because he's playing with the guys they put in the worst tee times.
Egg salad.
Mike Weir's like skull fuck someone off one of the tees.
Mike Weir shot 1 over par today. He actually played very good golf.
I only watched Mike Weir on the 4, 5, and 6 feed earlier on in the morning, and he was trying to kill people off the tee. He hit one on 5 where someone said that they had never seen a ball before, but it was a really good angle. So what the pairings will be?
Burns and McIlroy.
And then Reed and
and-
Rose. Oh,
Reed
Mason
and
Howell
Rose,
handling
Lowry.
around 16.
Lowry, Fleetwood.
Lowry Fleetwood is a group where like you could like coast off each other a little bit. I feel like
Rose would be with Burns. Yeah.
Reed.
Reed. Yeah. Rose and Reed.
And then it's Clark, Hatton, Hao Tong, Wrighton, Day. Well, Cam Young can jump these guys. So changing.
Bryson
He just needs
Don't
to make
make double.
5 here.
needs
He
to
just
make
needs
5. Don't do anything crazy here,
I
Bryson.
think he's got to know that too.
I mean, he
Punch it
does.
in front. Take your time.
Cam Young for birdie on 16 as well. Where's? His least favorite, Bryson's nemesis, the bunker. He's going to try to hit a driver out of it after he lines it up for 45 minutes.
Power or touch?
That was power drive.
Power drive.
Feather
touch. Yes, you're right.
So Rory's odds have not moved as of yet.
He hasn't made his putt yet.
Cam Young. Oh, that took a left turn.
Yikes. They hit something?
No, it's just he didn't hit it with enough pace, and it just used the
Put a
entire
blinker
break.
on.
So if it's not Rory, let's take Rory out of the equation here. Let's say he posts at 10.
Say he signs an incorrect scorecard?
Or just say he posts at 10.
Sure.
Of that group of next guys, Reed and Burns together at 6, Rose, Lowry, Fleetwood, you got Young, Clark, Hatton, all at 4. Who do you think it is that makes the run?
Rose.
Jeff?
Reed and Fleetwood. Oh.
I mean,
My opinion from Monday, from my opinion from the beginning of the week hasn't changed. Cam Young too.
I could see Lowry making it like it's a real low pressure situation for Lowry.
Till he slaps it in the water on 16 on Sunday.
Well, unless he like gets himself back into it.
Or he's playing Plinko in the trees on 18.
Okay, so here's something fun. Rory made his putt. He dropped to minus 134.
It doesn't make any sense. Everything got better for him.
It just, I guess they were taking money on other people, so they dropped him. They had already factored in him making the birdie.
Yeah, but it still doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, whatever. It is literally illogical, but whatever.
Well, it's all based on the money that they're taking.
Fair enough.
They posted his number as if he had already made the birdie.
Or they just take advantage of the people who are like, oh my God, Rory stuck it to 2 feet on 16. Like, I have to bet it when that, like, their original number is a ripoff and they know people will take it and then they settle it back.
Oh, are Wyndham Clark and Tyrrell Hatton playing together tomorrow?
Yeah, unless Cam Young
The angriest group ever.
Well, I think Wyndham he didn't show a lot of anger this week.
Well, he's 4 under.
I think he's like reformed after his foolishness.
I really do not think that he's reformed. I think that he is playing well this week. Yeah, if things go a bit squirrely for him.
I don't think he's going to go take a 9-iron to the clubhouse.
He did it at Oakmont.
Yes.
Well, there's only 12 more guys on.
He wouldn't be welcome ever.
Well, do you think that would be the case? That if he did that at Augusta, he wouldn't be allowed to play in the Masters?
Under no circumstances would he be back. The amount of restitution and time it would take for him to come back.
You could be right, Tim.
He'd be out of competitive form before he's ever allowed back in.
You know that Min Woo Lee lost a 3-ball today to FIFA and Fred Couples?
Did he? Who won the 3-ball?
I assume
Couples?
I assume Couples did.
FIFA.
That's your guy, FIFA.
I do like FIFA. I like Couples too. Yeah, none of the old vets make the cut this year. Last year, Cabrera did.
Did Zach Johnson make the cut, Jeff?
Oh yeah, I guess Zach Johnson counts as an.
No, but he's going to be low senior.
He was still the low senior.
Yeah, maybe I'll get paid for that. Actually, I hope they don't pay me till
Do you
Sunday.
get that if everybody misses the cut?
Yes,
because technically they had no score if they missed the cut.
No, they still have their scores. It's like playing
What are
a
you
head.
Talking about they don't have a score.
Like your official result is just cut. You don't.
Yeah, but there's still a score.
I know, but you don't. It's as if you didn't have one. You're just cut.
But they're still ordered in the cut.
You think those sports books are out here trying to void bets? Think that's their business? Come on.
This looks like a tough bunker shot.
It's a lot of sand.
Do you think he gets it out of the bunker?
Yeah, so I think he leaves himself about 15.
No, because look at it's downhill on the back.
No, he got it out. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Oh no.
That was
it was on the down.
He needs to get it up and down to make the cut now.
He needs to go up and down to make the cut.
Oh, Bryson. Oh, Bryson.
It's the second time he couldn't get out of the bunker.
That was such a hard shot, though.
Oh.
And don't you think, I don't know if he had other options, but shouldn't he have just played that so much more conservative instead of being perfect?
I don't know. I think he thought that was being conservative.
Why
Maybe.
Just like he did this. Yeah, well, it's probably the wedge he made in his fucking garage's fault.
Oh, leave him be.
I like how Bryson's immune from criticism from
There's
you.
no reason to criticize.
You've criticized Rory all day, and he's made 7 birdies.
Put this close, Bryson.
This
guy did win a major championship because of a bunker shot, you know.
He did. I tried that bunker shot at Pinehurst. Very difficult.
So did Johnson Wagner. Drunk.
All right, Bryson's going to need to make a 15-footer.
Oh, no, it wasn't Johnson Wagner. It was the guy on Golf Channel.
No, it was Johnson
way
Wagner.
more.
Oh, that's going to roll off the green.
That's like where Patrick Reed ended up.
Right, Bryson's going to need to make that, to make the cut. What do you think is going to be his excuse this week? Is it the ball?
Is short game.
Yeah, but like when he blames not himself, who's it going to be?
I think he'll take full responsibility and say
I took some Rahm over Bryson for the week, so that'd be
Rahm. Yeah, the Rahm over Bryson wasn't looking good, and now it's very live.
We could get paid tonight.
Cantlay made another putt.
Good. I wish Cantlay was playing a little better.
So Cantley's at 1 over now.
Yeah, he's at 1 over. He just made birdie on 15.
3 to go, yeah.
Did Hovland birdie 15?
I do not know.
Because he'll get to even par, and low Scandinavian is going to be on.
What was Wrighton in the low Scandinavian market?
I don't know. Probably a lot.
And what would you guess that he would have been? Because all the Danes would have been in there too.
Mm-hmm.
How many there?
Yeah, well, Vic, it would have been Ludwig, Vic, and Nikolai is 1, 2, 3.
And Norin.
Rasmus 4.
Probably, yes. Wrighton was probably last.
Is Välimäki in there?
No, I learned that it's not Scandinavia.
Yeah, Finland's not Scandinavia, is it?
No,
I learned this week from gambling.
Nordic country, but
they're not Scandinavia.
Yeah,
but
there was a Nordic market, and you could get 5 more cents on Ludwig if you wanted to include Valimaki.
Okay.
Remember when Bryson was a lock to make the cut? Your word.
I've bet that, eh? Old Pat would have found a bet.
That's true. If I wasn't live hosting a show, then I probably
Paul would have found it for us.
Yeah, you know that if Paul's watching at home, he probably made the bet.
Paul has a sixth sense for these sorts of things.
Yeah. Oh, you say you guarantee something and he bets if he fades it? Yeah, that's his sixth sense.
Now, are you willing to back off your claim that Rahm and Bryson are the 2 best players in the world?
Well, they certainly didn't play like it this week.
Should we have a Scotty discussion?
I mean, he's not the best player in the world with a gap between him and the next person.
I agree.
If you want to put him one, you can still do it.
I think
Liv is so bad, and they play 4 rounds. It's impossible for Rahm and Bryson to not do what they do.
What do you mean?
On
It'd
Liv?
be harder for them to play. It'd be harder for them
last year, and Rahm almost won the PGA last year. What are you talking about?
I mean, Bryson didn't almost win the Masters last year, and Rahm
In the
didn't.
final group and finished top 5.
Yeah.
And Rahm had not been for that terrible bounce on 16. Rahm could have won the PGA Championship.
Rahm had to go like birdie on holes
Again,
you couldn't
in
birdie.
the last group. Like those guys were competing,
But they weren't. They
But
didn't
if Liv
have
was
a
3
chance to win.
rounds, they wouldn't even have won the tournaments.
I don't understand the criticism.
My point being,
You came on and called them the 2 best players in the world.
the 4th round allowed them
Well,
much
Hatton
more
wasn't one of the top 2
leeway.
players in the world that you
No,
pointed
obviously
out.
they didn't play very well this week. What do you want me to say? They didn't play very well.
The seniors do have a better. Did you know that, Jeff? The Champions Tour eligible players have a better score to par than the Live guys do this week.
Shut up.
Yeah, they do.
Hold on. The senior market guys. Oh, I don't believe that.
Well, I believe that there are fewer of the senior tour guys.
Okay, that's
Like Angel Cabrera is not in the senior tour, is he?
Well, he'd be one. Yeah, he's plus 16.
You're
but
talking about everyone that's eligible for top senior, like total team golf beat team live.
yes.
No way. I don't believe you.
Xander with another miss. Loves missing putts. That's what I wanted to find out. Let's see who played the best today statistically.
McIlroy.
It's weird because his irons weren't great. That I doubt it actually was him.
I don't think didn't Hatton hit every fairway and green or something today?
Yeah, Hatton or Clark would be my guesses. Although Rory might end up posting the best score. Although that shot on 16 probably really helped him out a bunch. But if we just look at round 2 only and take a look at approach, the best approach players in the field were Rose by over a stroke over Hatton, Rasmus Højgaard,
Cracking a birdie.
Cantlay, and Hao Tong
He
Lee.
just stuck one to about 5 feet.
That one isn't even included in what I'm looking at. Michael Kim was actually 6th, and he lost. Michael Kim lost 3 strokes putting and 3 strokes chipping today. Tough scene for old Mike.
What if Michael wanted to come on for a 54-hole recap?
Listen, if Mike wants to join the Cut Sweat show, he's more than welcome to come on.
Oh, goodness. Where did Bryson hit his bogey shot?
He chipped it past the hole.
I missed that. Oh, he's going to miss this too.
Bryson tripled. Bryson loves a triple.
Wow.
Triple to miss the cut. Remember this happened at a PGA championship and then he won.
Won the U.S. Open?
No, like it was a couple weeks later. He won
Detroit.
Do you remember when he won? It was a bigger event. Like Tiger was in it.
He won the Memorial one time, didn't he?
Right out of missing the cut at the PGA, he won. Oh my God, Pat! Come on,
Heritage.
No, he
or
never,
sorry, yeah, Heritage would be the next.
he,
one.
he never won the Heritage, and that's after the Masters, not the PGA Championship.
Travelers.
He's never won the Travelers. Bryson doesn't have that many wins on the PGA Tour.
One of the concessions that was played in May.
No, I like that you bring up the concession all the time. It was once played. They have had one tournament ever at that course,
Like the
and Morikawa won.
Like the Cricket Club, which I also loved. And not going back. Yeah, he got out into the fairway. It's actually an okay shot.
For Rory?
Yeah, he'll have a little bit of work to make his par, but still makeable. Up and down. He's got not a position off the tee. Yeah.
So Rory today,
His driver has been not his friend today.
yeah, Rory.
It was the Northern Trust in a playoff.
Oh yeah, he won back-to-back playoff events. Is what
He
it
beat
was.
Hunter Mahan.
Shout out Hunter Mahan.
Oh no, never mind. He beat his scoring record.
Oh yeah, because Hunter Mahan, I hit it. It used to be the Barclays, and he won the Barclays that year because I still have that computer. It's what runs the screen in front of me in the studio. That's all it can do at this point. Little Hunter.
Like,
Rory has lost strokes off the tee.
Not
for the
surprising.
day,
He's been very wayward today.
which is hilarious. That I think that's 2 days in a row he's lost strokes off.
Whose shot am I watching right now?
What's that?
Whose shot did they just show?
Rory. That was Rory. Someone just made a
chip in. I don't know who that was. Was that Rory?
That is Rory
Chipping in for birdie?
I don't know if that's this shot or not, or if that's like an. Is that what he's wearing today? I think Rory chips this in for birdie.
Yeah, this event is now over. Like legit over. Like legit spend time with your family.
You just said that about Bryson making the cut, and what happened?
You can go spend time with your family this weekend, folks.
Rory chipped in that on 17.
He did chip in on 17.
Yeah, this event is over.
We're done.
We're done.
We're done. Congratulations.
Like he's going to win this by 12 strokes or something. This is going to perhaps be his signature win. He's going to like lap the field like Tiger did that time.
Well, okay, so let's recontextualize this, and we'll recap it on Sunday and see where we're at with it. So he's up by 5 right now in the second round. He's better than he's minus 190 now.
He'll be minus 200 now.
Yeah, he's minus 190 to win the tournament at this point. A win like this ups Rory in the all-time pantheon now. Like if let's say he goes on to win, and he's up by 6,
which like puts him in a.
He would tie. That's a European. His goal now is like to be the greatest European golfer ever.
And might have the case for it because he.
And how many does Seve have? How many do Faldo have? Because
they didn't have them all.
If he got,
they didn't have them all.
So he's the only Euro with 6,
and would have them all,
and would win back to
back.
Well,
Faldo has 6, but Faldo won 3 Masters, 3 British Open.
But a back to back Masters is
only Faldo did that.
Jack and Tiger.
Jack, Tiger, and Faldo,
the only ones who did that.
So that's another class you move up in.
And he blew people out at the U.S. Open. He blew people out at the PGA Championship in Kiowa. He's going to blow people out in this one. Like that's not just 3 major wins, but that's 3 like blowout major wins, and certainly puts him ahead of Scheffler in any conversation for the rest of the season. Because Scheffler's game at its best is not better than this. It just isn't.
I don't know about that. Scotty did this like
this level is better than anybody's best.
I mean, this is what Scotty did to everyone before he 5-putted the last hole.
Just saying, his best is right now better than anybody's best.
Right now, like at this point in time, sure. But if Scotty just wins if he wins the Open and the U.S. Open,
well, that doesn't seem very likely.
Well,
to win them both, it doesn't seem very likely.
You can say a lot of things. You would have said that about Xander after his Masters performance 2 years ago.
I did not see Rory lapping the field, let alone winning this week.
Rory's like the only guy who I don't think would cry. Like, is a guarantee to cry if they win too, and I have that prop.
It's a very different type of, it's after the catharsis of last year. This is just like mechanic. I mean, if he was driving well, he'd be at like 13 under or 14 under par right now.
Well, if you're just going to chip in every time, then that's fine.
Pretty remarkable. I mean, like, tune back in on Sunday if you want to watch the back 9, but second 9, sorry, but
yeah, you're never going to be allowed on a Master show again.
But at this point, Rory would have to like really implode not to win.
Many in the chat are just saying that you have cursed Rory into this.
No,
you shit talked Rory all day, and we're calling his terrible shots that were going to 20 feet.
I'm a man enough to say that I was wrong.
And have you propelled him to this?
And that he's playing great. And unless he like self implodes, he's not losing this. I think it's likelier that he wins this by 8 strokes than he loses.
Do you want my baseball tickets for Sunday?
Well, let me ask you this: if we had to guess the odds for the Heritage right now, and if Rory and Scotty are playing, Jeff, who do you think the favorite is in the field?
Well, Rory's not going to play if he wins.
That was my contention as well. Whoever wins wouldn't play.
I ask you a simple question. Can you give me a fucking answer?
Rory would be favored after beating him. It'd be like a pick 'em, or they'd be tied.
I would like to bet on this with both of you.
If he wins by 7 strokes,
I don't know. I'm not going to die on the hill, but they'd be.
How much would you like to bet?
It would be surprising if he wasn't.
It would be very surprising if he was the favorite.
If he won this by 6 or 7 strokes.
If he wins it by 20.
wins by
Scheffler,
20.
Scheffler.
Well,
would
I'll be
the
honest. There's nothing. The most
Even
impressive
20.
Scotty Scheffler victory was winning the Heritage after the Masters. Like, if you win the week after the Masters, that's like crazy to me.
I still think
It's
this is open. I don't think that we should just lock. If Rory was such a lock to be the champion here, he wouldn't be minus 190. He would be minus.
Yeah, I get it. Sure. Whatever. I'm having a hard time picturing. Like, okay, so he's gonna have to do what Spieth did in back-to-back.
Yes, I mean there's a lot of pressure that goes into. There's Rory. To watch him over the first 2 rounds, he has been so freed up.
Mm-hmm. He has been.
But now there's actual pressure back on him to go back to back. Like, that's a real thing now. There was no pressure on him these first 2 rounds. It was go out, play free. It doesn't matter what you do. Now there's chance at like real history that he can do here.
I wonder if it does that. He doesn't even think about it. He's still so freed up. If he loses this, whatever, like he's so free that.
Oh, no. If Rory loses this, do you know what the talk is going to be about Rory?
No. Yeah, the grace.
Wait, how willing are you? What would you say about Rory if he blew this lead?
It's a relatively unkind thing. Things that would not speak, of graciousness. But I don't think it's going to happen.
You would somehow make a case that Bryson missing the cut was a better result than Rory losing.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
I think he would have to lose this to not win now. Like, I don't think anybody can take it from him with this much of a lead. And the way he's playing, I just don't like. Someone's got to shoot like 63, 64 or something.
And he also just hit a rocket on 18.
Yeah, not surprised. I would say I would not be shocked at least if he birdies this hole.
That would be fun. Up by 6.
He's doubled the field. Like, good luck.
That's why I wanted Reed in the final group with him.
To try to like go one-on-one with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, him with Burns in the final group is a really soft pairing for him.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
When was the last time we had a good Masters?
Last year.
Yeah, you're right. Before last year, it had been a real drought. But last year was super thrilling. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, neither of the Scotty, all the Scotty wins were over by Amen Corner.
And Rom had it won before the back nine started on Sunday.
Hideki
won by 1, but he was up by 2.
Hideki made it interesting because he put it in the water on 15, and then
Xander. But when Xander put it on the water on 16, it was kind of over.
Wasn't compelling, and so before that was Tiger.
And Tigers is like probably the best of the past 20 years.
Rory's and Tigers, those two.
So if we go back, Rory's, Tigers, the Watson one where he beat Louis was good.
Sure. When Sergio beat Rose in the playoff.
That was a good one. Reed beating Fowler and Spieth because Spieth made that huge.
That was a good one. 18.
Bubba beating Scott in the playoff.
Bubba did not beat Scott in the playoff.
Bubba beating
Scott
Rhodes
beating Cabrera in the playoff.
Cabrera in the playoff.
So we had in the teens we had a good.
We had a good run of Masters.
Yeah, because Charles was really good.
Phil's the year before that was good. Bubba's was good.
They tend to be better when the most compelling people win. And unfortunately for Scotty, he's not one of the most compelling people.
No.
Spieth's first one when he blew people out was like,
whoa.
Impressive.
Yeah, it was impressive. It was the best he ever played. He never played that well again.
Well, he actually played better the next year until he didn't.
Until he didn't. Yeah, it's a little disappointing. I love watching the Masters. And
hopefully,
I don't think it's going to be very
dramatic. So here is the path to it being a competitive Sunday. Rory just shoots 73 tomorrow, and 2 of those guys shoot 69. And then you're 2-3 back, and then it's live, right?
Sure. I still wouldn't like anybody's chances because Rory would have to do it twice.
No, because you could go out and beat him on Sunday, and you would have to post like the 67.
Super tall order, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying.
He's up by 5 shots.
Yeah, and it's him up by 5 shots. It's not Patrick Reed or Rose. It's him up by 5 shots.
Which, if this was last year and he was up by 5 shots, everyone would be like, no chance he wins.
And he nearly blew it last year, but he didn't. And now the world is different when you won something like that.
He does have the Vince McMahon walk on the go, Jeff.
Yeah, where he's got the chest out and
the head's kind of bobbing too.
I mean, good for him. Good for him to come out here and dominate like this after last year. What can be said?
Summer's almost here, which means you're either hosting people, pretending to know how to cook, realizing that your house hasn't been updated since Tiger Woods' first Masters win. That's where Wayfair comes in. Way Day is running April 25th through the 27th. We're talking up to 80% off everything with fast and free shipping. I went full upgrade mode. Cleaned up the space, added some modern pieces, got the patio ready for Sunday sweat season. And now it actually looks like not only one adult, but 2 and 3 kids live here at the moment and can have guests over. And it's completely safe in the backyard for those kids. If you're hosting or just want your setup to look better while you yell at your bets, this is the move. Way Day is the sale to shop the best deals in home. We're talking up to 80% off with fast and free shipping on everything. Head to wayfair.com April 25th through the 27th to shop Wayday. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair. Every style, every home. Season's changing, which means I need to flip my entire wardrobe, and I looked at my closet and I started thinking, why do I own so much junk that I never actually wear? I've been trying to scale it back. Fewer things, but better stuff. And honestly, that's why I keep going back to Quince over and over. Their pieces just make sense. The fabric feels legit, real quality, not that fake premium marketing nonsense that they send me on Instagram. That stuff sucks. What you want is super breathable, really comfortable clothing that looks sharp without trying too hard. Even the Flow Knit activewear. That's the sneaky one for me. It's soft, moisture wicking, doesn't stink, and you can wear it all day and not feel gross, which is a big win for me. The kicker is the price. It's like 50 to 60% less than what you'd expect to pay for this level of quality because they cut out the middleman and go straight to the source. So you're not paying for a logo, you're paying for good clothes. Refresh your wardrobe with Quince. Go to quince.com/mayo for free shipping and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/mayo. Quince.com/mayo. All right, let's talk about something no one in endurance sports likes to admit. You can be training your ass off, cardio, stress, not recovering properly, and yeah, it can mess with your performance everywhere. Because it all comes back to blood flow. Most guys jump straight to pills. That's just treating the symptom. The real key is nitric oxide. That's what controls circulation, endurance, and yeah, performance. That's why Joy Mode actually makes sense. It's a natural booster that supports nitric oxide production, not the fake pixie dust stuff. Just tear open a packet, mix it like an electrolyte drink, and you are good to go. Use it when you need it, or use it daily to raise your baseline. Think of it like training. One dose helps, consistency changes everything. If you want to support sexual performance the same way you support training and recovery, naturally and intelligently, Joy Mode has a deal for my listeners. Go to tryjoymode.com/mayo or enter Mayo at checkout for 20% off. Joy Mode, the electrolyte packet for your dick. Where would you put him if he wins this and he wins it by, like, let's say 4 shots or something? Where would you put him in the all-time pantheon of golfers?
Well, wherever you'd put Phil, that's where you'd put him.
I think he passes Phil.
He might.
Having all 4 majors, I think, puts him, because Phil has 6.
Phil also will have had 6.
So if Rory has 6 and Phil has 6 and Rory has 1 of each,
yeah, I mean,
I think that puts him ahead of Phil.
You can
History will be kind to Rory because the other great golfers of this generation, and Tiger and Phil, had debilitating addictions.
Yeah.
And he'll be given credit when it's all said and done for not having like Tiger or Phil had.
And to win back.
And I'm not comparing Tiger and Phil's. They're very different ends of the spectrum. But he'll just be seen with a different level of respect unrelated to golf.
100%. 100%. And to win back-to-back Masters and to have won the Grand Slam. Yeah, that's rarefied air. It's like whatever the cut below. It's like he's on the Faldo level. Like even higher.
I think he passed because he has way more tour wins.
Yeah, like he's basically a cut below the Tiger, Jack,
and he has
level. Like he's not quite there, obviously, but he's like at the level below them.
But yeah, he's a level. Like, yeah, he's not on that level. But like in terms of like Faldo and Phil and guys like that, like Rory has 3 tour championships, 2 players championships. Been, I mean, probably the golden age of the Ryder Cup for Europe. he's been at the head of that as the best guy.
He's gonna
Win now. After we've talked about this,
he's got to win gold at Riviera.
I was going to say he needs to win gold at Riviera.
And he's going to say that's really all he cares about. He obviously cares each week when he's at the majors, but he says his only career goal left would be that gold medal. And realistically, he has one shot.
Yeah, probably. Although yeah, probably.
But he's not going to win it in 8 years.
No, probably not.
Phil
it won't be 8 years. It'd be 6 years.
Yeah.
Phil has more tour wins.
Yes.
Phil was never the number one player in the world.
He had many opportunities, but he didn't win the tournaments.
How many more tour wins than Rory? Because Rory's going to keep racking those too.
I believe Phil has 42 off the top of my head. I can effort that.
So Rory's
Phil started too young and played into his 40s.
And he won as an amateur.
Rory can't be too far behind.
Phil has longevity.
Can I tell you guys something? Through 2 days,
it's a show, so go
through 2 days, I believe Patrick Reed has scored as bad as he could possibly score. I've scored.
For how he's striking the ball? Yeah.
He has 45 PGA Tour wins, Phil Mickelson.
Okay.
And that includes like majors and stuff like that.
And would that include WGCs?
Yes.
Okay.
But Rory also has European Tour wins, which do not count.
No. And probably shouldn't.
I mean, he has Wentworth wins, which are probably better than like 90% of Phil's PGA Tour wins.
Yeah.
And like a DP World Tour Championship win.
Yeah, that's true.
So Rory has 29. This would be Rory's 30th PGA Tour win. He has 45 professional wins if he wins this.
Yeah, so he's darn close, if not on that level.
I think that puts him ahead of Phil anyway.
Or at least puts him in that. And Phil was already in that category with Faldo and with a couple other guys. They were the cut below the top tier all time. So at least he's in that contingent. You want to put him ahead of them? That's fine.
So it would be Jack and Tiger.
And Palmer. Palmer is always in there too.
Is he?
He's always.
I always felt like Arnold Palmer was the next guy.
I would say if they were doing the Mount Rushmore of golf, Palmer would be.
Mount Rushmore has 4 guys. I'm just talking about who's the very top tier.
I think it's Jack, Arnie, and Palmer.
It feels like there's 2 guys. Arnie's not close to them.
They would say that. They would put Arnie in there.
I'm sure because they're trying to be magnanimous. Jeff, would you put Arnold Palmer in the same tier as Jack and Tiger? Is Jeff still there?
I don't know what Jeff is doing.
I don't think Jeff is there anymore.
Oh, he may have gone.
We didn't confirm his Patrick Reed point. He had to go. Is he gone?
It looks like he's gone.
Okay.
He's gone. Just he didn't want to be a part of the show anymore.
Anyway, irrespective, he's now in the second rung of those golfers.
Like, would you put Arnold Palmer and like Ben Hogan together?
They would.
Yes, I would.
Like the second rung.
Yeah, they're probably 3 and 4, right? Where's Sam Snead?
It's in the same, and Byron Nelson. They're all in that.
So
same...
so is Rory the bottom of that tier or the top of the other tier? The Phil, Faldo. How many does Tom Watson have? 8. Like,
Watson's ahead of those guys.
Yeah, but
players ahead of those guys too.
Oh, he's in the second tier?
Player would be in the tier with Hogan and with all those guys.
How many does he have?
8 or 9. Won the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
First ever South African to do so many things. Like, so he's there. It's Byron Nelson, Snead. So like that's almost like a separate. That's like that's
the second tier.
It's like they're so like the game is so different. They're like a different tier.
Sure,
they're not even in the tier. But they're like over here doing their own thing.
But is Rory closer to that tier or closer to the tier that he's in? Like is he the top? Is he the top of that tier or the bottom of that tier?
Top of the other tier.
It's going to be a hilarious conversation when people listen back to this and he loses by 2 to Wyndham Clark
It would be a deeply disappointing performance because like he seems like he's just moving through the gears here at this point.
Well, that's the recap show. If people have questions in the chat.
But he's not even going to be at the Heritage.
What's that?
He's not even going to be at the Heritage. Why did you ask me the odds?
It made Jeff quit the show. I was wondering Rory might have another chance at a birdie.
It would not. In fact, I actually expect him to knock that in for 12 under par. He played poorly off the tee today and just lapped everybody.
Oh, so this guy actually has it figured out. He's been very creative. Arnold Palmer's number 2 because Jack and Tiger are 1A and 1B.
Sure.
It's not really how numbers work.
No, he still would be third. If they give out 2 golds in the Olympics, the next guy gets a bronze.
Or no medal.
Or no medal.
This guy says, get out of here with Euro wins. Euro hasn't mattered basically because Rory never played a schedule there back in the day. I mean, he has a bunch of Euro wins, though.
Yeah, I mean, some count more than some, like you said, the Wentworth ones are justifiable.
And DP World
But
Tour.
he also probably played some against guys who are like part-time mechanics. And maybe those don't count.
That's a real shot to the Euro Tour.
Oh, the Euro Tour 15 years ago.
The Euro Tour 15 years ago is probably stronger than it is now. Because that's when those guys were actually like, they didn't make the jump over to America right away. They played on the Euro Tour for a while. That's when like Hatton and Lowry and Rory and those guys, like Rory was playing a double schedule, but those other guys were still all over
I
there.
assume it was much like that tour that was going on during COVID.
Oh, so you think so? Okay, so
20 years ago, before like it was a big deal.
20 years ago, Rory was on the Euro Tour.
It wasn't like that.
What you're talking about is Live. You realize that, right?
No, that's a different tour.
Live
I
has
wouldn't count Liv.
Live is the fucking NBA in the 60s. It has legit plumbers on it. It's Charles Howell the fucking third.
He's not a plumber. They're all way too wealthy for that.
They could go. They could be in their second career by now. Because golf didn't work out for half of them.
It worked out for Harold Varner.
Great, yeah, he's like a part-time. They're all part-time golfers.
What would you set the odds at that Rory breaks the lowest score?
It's 20 under par.
I would say that's like plus.
Boy,
Do you have odds on it?
No.
Oh, that's interesting. What Rory to break minus two? Just no one is breaking minus 20. Not in November.
Well, no, there was 2 people who have minus 20.
No, there's 2 at minus 18.
No. Am I not
Tiger
wrong?
was minus 18. Spieth was minus 18.
Dustin and somebody else was at 20 under.
Dustin had minus.
Scheffler's first was at 20 under.
No, that's not true. Spieth got to 20 the year that he won at minus 18, then fell back.
Dustin and Spieth.
So Spieth was at 20 under par. So Spieth won it.
4.
Yeah.
But Spieth would finish at minus 18. Dustin was minus 20 at the COVID Masters.
Yes, that is
minus 18 is the real record.
Well, I mean, that Masters counts as much as any other Masters.
Yeah, it's like the bubble NBA championship.
Yes.
Well, it either counts or it doesn't. I think
It counts, but like if we're talking about, he's not playing in November when the course is going to be easier.
Granted, but it was easier for everybody.
This guy's very upset in the chat about Rory. He's like you with Rory's European Tour stuff. I mean, he won Rolex Series events. Basically, that's what he goes back and plays. It's no different than winning.
The Geoff is here.
Geoff is here?
He says, I've been here the entire time. I never left. I have no clue. I guess I hope it works Monday, but it shows my mic is picking up. You just can't hear me.
Well, Geoff also put his name in as like a dot instead of writing his name. So he's like very hard to see on the screen because no name actually pops up. You want to effort this, Jared? See if you can get Geoff back. Cam Young has a birdie putt on 18 too. Get himself to 5 under.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
You see him?
I miss you, Geoff.
Well, Geoff, he's not on yet.
Oh.
You're watching what Jared is doing on the screen.
He dropped. So he was not on the whole time. Check. You are a liar.
Maybe when he sent me that message is when he left.
Geoff, you're back, I think.
Hello? Tess?
There you go. You're back.
I missed you.
I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I was here the whole time.
We thought you quit the show.
We
That's
thought you weren't
okay.
interested in our tears conversation.
That's all right. It's pretty depressing. Rory's going to make another.
Maybe Cam Young will make one too. And that will get Cam Young in with who? Fleetwood?
No.
Lowry.
Whoever's next. Maybe Hautong.
No, if Young gets to Young missed anyway. it
Or
doesn't
he'll
matter.
go out with Hatton, I think.
Well, he finished at 4 because he misses the putt. But if he got to 5, he would have been with. Yeah, I guess whoever the best of the 4s was.
It would have been Hatton was the first one in at 4.
No, Lee was in before him, wasn't
No.
he? Okay.
What a frustrating. It looked like it was going to be so fun, and then it didn't.
I know.
And then Cuss was going on about how shit Rory was and how great Bryson was, and it really went the polar opposite way.
It did seem like we were setting up, even like an hour and a half ago when you were talking about all the class, a really fun Masters, and then Rory just decided, no.
Nah,
No.
I'll chip in on 17.
No.
And so
no
Rory's got this, guys. Rory's got this putt to like keep the wire for wire, but he'll have low round of the day. He's tied with Hatton right now.
I was told that no one was going to beat Hatton's score when someone walked in here.
Oh, is this now one of the better Masters rounds ever?
One of them.
Yeah, I heard that not only was Hatton had one of the best rounds ever already today, ever in the history of the Masters, I was told, Jeff. So is this like even better than that?
Well, this thing is over.
I don't know. I would like to hear where Tim is going to rank this on the pantheon of all-time Masters rounds, considering Hatton's was already inside the top 5.
Very high.
So where is it? Is it 1 now that he beat Hatton by what? He beat him by 1. So if Hatton's was already an all-timer, what's this? Beyond?
All right. Well, obviously, he played phenomenally. He's the best golfer in the world.
No, that's not true. Bryson and Rahm are the best golfers in the world. I was told that.
Wow, these things,
things can't change within 4 days.
Sure, they can.
I don't know about that.
I change my opinions when the facts change. What do you do?
Well, you didn't have the facts in the first place. If you were saying that Bryson and Rahm were the 2 best players in the world.
Like Rory wasn't even the 2nd or 3rd favorite in some books.
He ended up being the 4th favorite.
Yeah.
He was tied with Bryson.
Yeah. That was wrong. He should have been the favorite.
I don't know if he should have been
the wire for wire
been
and won the Masters. Do you guys go wire for wire and win the Masters?
I can't remember the last time. Did Tiger do wire to wire, or did he lead in 1997?
Pretty sure Spieth went wire to wire.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was such a dominating performance that could be. DJ could have as well.
I don't know if DJ was first round leader or not. I'm pretty sure Spieth was in 2015, though.
Pretty remarkable stuff. Pretty special.
I like that Paul put in the chat that Jeff. Paul is still producing from at his house, and Jeff is asking if you can hear him.
Yeah, good. Oh, we love you, Paul. Hey, at least the New York Times, which originally bought Rossini's story, is now launching an investigation.
What?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't. What are you talking about?
Yeah, don't worry. I'll say nothing.
You can say whatever you. I literally don't know what you're talking about. What was her story?
Originally, the New York Times, the New York Times, came out. We're like, we fully believe Diana, which is pretty strange for them. Out of the gate like that. Now they're like, yeah, no, we're walking that back. We're walking that back.
You really like that story, don't you?
Oh, I think it's an incredible story on so many levels, especially because something never felt fucking right with her. As someone that's deep in the minutia, it always seems so weird. Something always seems so fucking off.
What's weirder, that or people saying the Chargers had the worst offseason of any team in the NFL?
A little Benny Solak, maybe he's right about that, though. I don't know. No, not offseason, free agency.
Yeah, you were fired up for the fullback that nobody else was fired up for.
Listen, we just needed a bit more volume, but maybe there's something up their sleeve, you know? Maybe
like
something's
what?
up the sleeve.
I have a question about this story.
Pizzola actually picked the Chargers to win the Super Bowl this week, which shocked me.
Why does anyone care about this story?
Because it reflects badly on the Patriots to some degree.
Is that why you like?
What do you mean? Like the insider? This woman goes on fucking Dan Patrick and Rich Eisen and hold on, hear me out.
Let them cook.
Hear me out. She flaunts her fucking kids and her fucking life. And no. And you think someone is staking out a $2,100 a night adults resort unless they've been tipped off with the goods? See, this story is also awesome because it's who tipped them off? Who tipped them off? People think it could be dirty games, maybe Schefter, maybe the Jets. That's what there's so much.
That would be the Jets' biggest win in 3 decades.
Well, yeah, she's so mean to the Jets that it could be the Jets who got
win. You,
but yeah, that's totally the sort of thing the Jets would focus their energy and attention on.
No, it's not my biggest rival. I'm just fascinated with the story. Another story I'm fascinated by? I'm fascinated by how an old woman could be picked up from her home, the full force of the FBI and authorities don't even know where she is? Does that mean the old woman's arrival? No, I'm just fascinated by a story. Doesn't make someone a rival.
Do you think Miss Amy would be happy that this got out?
Miss Amy is giggling up a storm. Oh my God. Yes. Oh yeah. No, this is and also Pat, there's no. Fucking this isn't her only fuck up the ladder either. Let's be real about this one. Oh my God. How stupid are they? They're oh my, it's such a funny story. I love it. And the internet crushed it. The internet killed it. Like, remember those people at that Coldplay concert?
Yeah.
This was like the football version of that. No, the FBI's looking for Savannah Guthrie's mom. Isn't that weird? You think like that should scare the shit out of people. They don't have a clue where this woman is.
It's terrifying.
Is it?
That Savannah Guthrie's mother still not been found.
Who's Savannah Guthrie?
On NBC, she's on the Today Show.
Sorry, I'm
famous person.
Not my grandma. I don't watch the Today Show.
Okay. Well, anyway, Jeff and I are aware of what's going on.
No, she was just abducted from her freaking home, and they don't know where she is.
This is how much
in the
Rory
full
is
like force
this is
of the
what we're talking about.
FBI. Should scare
Honestly,
the shit out of everyone.
I want to hear this from Jeff.
You want to hear? See, we blew it when we gave Jeff the Chargers podcast because no one really wanted to hear about the Chargers outside of Jeff and like 5 other people. This should have been Jeff's show.
Various
media-centric stories with Jeff.
I'd do it. I on my own. It'd be my pleasure.
You think this story's going to finish, Jeff?
Oh, but also, and Rossini gaslighting people, saying it's nothing. Yeah, man. Listen, I've been on trips with my friends and their wives and the kids, and there's times where I'm being an average dad, not even in the pool, and my friend's in the pool tossing the kids around, and then like I gotta go help my friend's wife like carry 8 drinks, and we're laughing in line. Might even tap her on a shoulder. You could catch a picture where it's like, what's going on there? What's going on there? Like, I get it. That's possible. But we ain't interlocking fingers on no goddamn rooftops.
There's one person in the chat who just went, are you guys going to talk about golf or what? We just talked about golf for
2 hours.
If you want to talk about golf over this, you are on the wrong network.
Yeah, you got your round 2 recap. Now we're on to Jeff's corner.
This is what people
Rory Birdie.
People are asking, why isn't there a Jeff segment? Maybe this can be the Jeff segment.
Hold on, Rory
Jeff's
had
media corner.
5 straight birdies to end it. Oh my God.
So how do you think this will actually end though, Jeff?
Rossini, she's toast.
You think so?
Well, she'll be on Newsmax soon enough.
Yeah, you can't take her seriously again, and she does such a disservice to all women journalists.
But that's not even a real journalism job, though, is the thing. Like, is Adam Schefter really a journalist? Or is he a guy with like a good Twitter account?
He's a reporter.
Yeah, but he's almost
She's a little different than
yes and no. Like,
and
I mean, I'm not to throw shade at these guys, but like, even like
Adam comes on your show sometimes.
Listen, he's been on the show, came on to talk about golf with me, but
Insider and reporter are different to me.
yeah, I agree.
He's a reporter and he has sources.
But he's more of it's like Shams in the NBA. It's like he's also sponsored by FanDuel. Like,
He's not talking to athletes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's true.
Agents text, like he's a tool as a part of the cog in negotiations. A lot of
What
the
about
time.
the fellow that Simmons has on? Is he a journalist?
Peter Schrager?
I mean, he
interviews
people.
Peter Schrager would be like you if you were on NFL Network.
Let's go.
All he does is just give positive reviews of people he's talked to. I met this guy. He's great. I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. That's Peter Schrager. Seems like a real nice guy.
He does.
But
so I wish I could see Jeff's face because he must just be smiling ear to ear when he read this. When this story broke, Jeff, how did you react?
I was thinking about, I'm close to people in Titanland, and I was thinking about their revenge. Like, this was a win because I'm telling you, the only way you could do what she has been doing in defense is if you were sleeping with the guy, and none of it made sense. So it finally it's like you had the whole puzzle except a huge piece in the middle, and now that's been provided.
Wire-to-wire winners of the Masters: Spieth, Floyd, Nicklaus, Palmer, and Wood. Not Tiger Woods.
Chris Wood?
Wood. Yeah, Chris Wood.
Patrick Reed if Patrick Reed was in the final group, I would say it's not over, but it is over because he's not.
You don't think Sam Burns is going to give him a run here on Saturday?
No. Best case scenario for competitive reasons, it's a 4-stroke lead going into Sunday.
Yeah.
Thank God Zach Johnson's top senior. I'm not going to lose everything.
I think I lost everything this week. Classic Masters for me. It's my Masters curse. I think it was one of the first paragraphs that I wrote in my Masters column.
Danny
this
Willett
week.
took 100% of life equity.
I got so right once, I could only be wrong from henceforth.
Yeah, I understand what that's like.
Here, you want me to go on another rant quickly?
Yeah.
What's it? Well, someone just said Rossini, Brandon Staley's brother, and Palestine are now on the short list for Jeff's biggest rivals for next year.
I have nothing against Palestine, but those Hamas motherfuckers got a beef.
What were you going to go on about, Jeff?
So, like, one of Pizzola's big rivals, Steve Fezzik, put out in his Telegram chat something.
Listen to that fucking sentence right there.
I don't know what a Telegram is.
Well, it's like, I guess it's a private chat for like his subscribers.
I suspect most people who are listening are also not familiar with it.
It's like when that story broke.
He finished this mess. He sent.
Well, okay,
let me just say this. Let me say this. He sent out this message, just guys, just a warning to all regarding Masters betting, who's going to win, blah, blah, blah. There are golf pros who crush these markets betting, not just yes, but selective betting. Anyways, it's a huge, huge message. And at the end, he writes, if you think you can smoke all week, hang out, have just 2 or 3 books, then fire up some podcast and bet 7 golfers that some guy recommended to you to play to win, I assure you will not be betting with an edge. You think he's talking about me?
I hope so.
Yeah. And I go, this is a guy who brags about winning contests 15 years ago.
You're in his head, Jeff.
Oh, no. Well, it's like he's so mad at Pizzola that he's yelling at me, which is just funny. That's all.
Who is this guy?
Steve Fezzik.
Do I know him?
No, you wouldn't. You
Is he
wouldn't.
an older
know
fellow?
him. He's an older guy.
Is he? Well, he's probably young, according to Tim. He's spry.
It was like,
what do you think if Rory's minus 250 now, what do you think it's going to be tomorrow at the end? That's the minus 800.
Well, yeah, just with 36 holes left, it's hard to make someone too big of a favorite.
I wanted to go back to the Telegram.
Okay, so like with Telegram, do you remember when the state secrets were leaked on Signal?
Like Signal chat? You remember that Signal?
Okay, so Signal, from what I can figure out about Signal, I thought it was exclusively for cheating on your wife and buying drugs.
Okay.
And apparently trading military secrets. Okay. Or the other thing, like someone has a Signal account, just kind of like, something suspicious is going on with those people.
Telegram is like,
I didn't know if Telegram was like that or not. I don't know about Telegram.
It's way less sketch. I have very normal. I have conversations very normal. Even very work normal things in Telegram.
Very normal chats on Telegram.
Perfect telegrams, the best telegrams.
Well, just say Signal is like the reason that you do like either illicit or private transactions on Signal. It's very encrypted, unless you just tweet out like a link to join the group.
Yeah, to Jeffrey Goldberg. Join. Okay.
No, Telegram is very normal. It's like WhatsApp.
Okay.
Oh, why don't you just use WhatsApp then?
Because you would rather attack what Jeff believes is him on Telegram.
Because WhatsApp sucks, I think. No.
What's the beef between him and Pizzola?
Yeah, I want to hear more about.
I couldn't even. They both. It's just everything. Pat would just. Everyone takes themselves too seriously, so there's beefs.
Do you know what the nub of the beef is?
Pardon?
Do You know what the nub of it is, or what the root of
This
it
guy
is?
said, "Listen to
Yeah,
Rory."
Pizzola
This
talks
person's getting
shit
banned for
about-
life. Fuck off. We just did. Rory's up by a bunch. We talked about Rory. Fuck off with the golf.
we're having some fun.
We're listening. We're listening to Geoff now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell us
what do you
about the
want?
beef.
There's no what you think there's round 3 matchups up? What are we going to talk about? The best players minus 250 to win. You either like it or you don't.
Now tell us about the beef.
Steve is
This is circles on.
Oh my God, Norin. Oh
Did he make this?
no, but he'll make the cut. I'm pretty sure.
You know, he only needs to tap that in to make the cut.
I do enjoy that you think, Geoff, their feud is so bad that it's spilled over to you taking heat.
Yeah, it is. I swear to God.
I mean, this Geoff mentioned it. This all works on my thesis that the only people who have actual beefs, like seemingly like real hatred, unless it's all just a bit that I'm not in on, are just people who take themselves way too seriously. Like, we're in fucking gambling here talking about sports.
Hogan had beefs with people.
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, he had beefs with people.
Yeah.
I know you guys will think that I'm like lying, and obviously there's like funny things like Staley or whatever. I couldn't name you one like person on Twitter that I like have an actual beef with.
Darren Rovell.
Not a beef. I just think he's shit. It's not like a beef.
I just hate
No,
him.
but it's not like he. No, but like it's just like I think that guy sucks. It's not like that guy did something to me.
What
hurt
about that
my
guy you
family
fought with
said?
a few months ago where you just kept calling him a Muppet and then said, if you wanted to come to your house, you'd show him up.
Oh yeah,
You
he's
know where
talking
I
about
live.
J.W. Lucas.
Yeah.
Who are these people?
Just kept calling him a Muppet.
You can just blame Pizzola for all this.
If he wants to come to your house, you're ready, or whatever it was that you said.
Dude, shut up. I'm not talking to you.
Why?
No, I mean, can't wait.
Who are
Of
you not
course.
talking to?
This guy says that Pizzola's studio is down the hall from my office. I'm going to try to start a beef with him.
Who is that?
Quentin Burgess.
Yeah, that office is so depressing
Why?
because it's like empty. There's never like there's so little signs of life in that building.
Is that, are they in the building that I was in when I was in Toronto, or are they in the old Score building?
No, they're in the building that Fantasy was in.
Oh, they're in 171 Liberty.
Yeah.
Is the local still open?
Yeah, the local's still there. The Timmy Hose is there. I think there's a bulk barn. There's like the retail on the bottom is bumping, but like the actual like leased office, I swear I go in there on a Monday, I wouldn't know that there's like other humans.
That's the area that Gabe used to live in. Like near Liberty Village.
He lived in Liberty Village, yeah. And I lived just outside of it before they put in the walkway. So I'd have to walk down to Atlantic to get in. Have to walk a kilometer to and from work. That's when I lived with Cody. That's when Cody threw the tequila bottle out the window of our Juliet. When we had a party, that's when Hollywood Mike Clay got up and left. They had Mike Clay in town when he worked for Pro Football Focus.
Yes.
And Cody and I would just have parties, basically the Friday rap party every week.
Okay.
We just have a party at our house for everyone who worked at the building. And we got so banged up, Cody was out of his mind, and we just smoked in the apartment because we'd open up the
window.
We didn't have a balcony. You could open up the window, and there was a U-Haul place across the street. Cody just like stumbled around, just picked up a tequila bottle that was on the table and turned around like 180 and whipped it as hard as he could. Didn't hit a window, went straight out. We looked out the window. It flew across the street, hit the windshield of one of the U-Haul trucks. Didn't break the window, didn't break the bottle, hit it and just bounced up. And Mike Clay goes, I got to go back to the hotel.
Oh my goodness. That's wild. Geoff?
Yeah, I'm here.
Jeff never came to these
I was
parties.
gonna say, were you at any of those parties?
No, Jeff was like married with, he didn't have kids at the time. He was like the only person who was married in the office. A lot of Garion, a lot of Paul.
After my I had years of going downtown on Fridays, Saturdays. I was
Yeah, he already lived like uptown. We all lived down. We all lived by the office.
That's why, Jeff, you didn't know what the city looked like on a Saturday morning?
And
That was another great comment. It's like, I don't even live here.
All right. Well, I'm going to cut out this part of the last ad. No, we're not going to cut it out. I'll cut out this part of the video. We'll even call it Geoff Cuss Corner.
Jeff on Telegram.
Jeff MZ. TM Jeff.
TM Jeff.
honestly, I wish I knew. I'd have come so much more prepared.
Well, come prepared next time. We'll actually set aside some time. You can do a media beef of the week.
Listen, we're looking for a way to make the Spread Pick Show 4 hours this year. Because now having Cuss Corner and Judge Cust and Jeff MZ.
Nobody wants a 4-hour show.
Well, maybe we'll just do those 3 segments. Then we'll just read a list of who we picked at the end and be out.
Be like the show that Drew
I like that
Campbell
idea.
It takes
That's
Drew
not a
and
bad
Campbell
idea. You could
Baltimore
do that
Cincinnati.
with like 8 minutes of Jets radio, 8 minutes.
Yeah, and here are the other. It'll be like at the end of Hard Copy on The Simpsons. Like, here are the people we need to make an apology to.
There you go. There's your picks. You're on your own. I'll give you some picks, but we're mostly here for the silliness.
This one person in the chat really hates Jeff. Let's ban them. Fuck
What
off.
did I do?
I don't know.
Is it Steve Fezzik?
Maybe it's Steve Fezzik burner account.
Oh,
I'm still not
it's
sure
the
who it
last.
is.
I don't know.
don't
The
know
show
what it
went
is.
off the rails like at the very end. I didn't. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
we're good. We did. What hour is this of this show? 4, 5. We started at 5. Is the hour 3.5
Yeah,
in the tournaments? Well, it's not. I don't think it's over. You think it's over?
I do. Think
You're
it's
calling it?
over.
Now, people don't believe when you say that because it's not like when you were rooting against Rory, that was genuine and it propelled him to the top.
I genuinely
When
believe
you
it's
were
over.
rooting for Bryson, it made him miss the cut.
I genuinely believe it's over. I hope it's not, but I think it is.
Yeah, see, this guy says we should just read the picks like they're a drug commercial side effect. And Tim, Pat, and the Coin picked the Jets this week.
And for the fourth,
I just don't think players who have won Grand Slams are going to blow these leads on courses they're comfortable in. Like, that's just, yeah,
maybe he will play the Heritage, Jeff.
maybe. I'm honestly now worried about will the Masters winner cry novelty bet I made.
What were the odds on that?
I got plus 135 and I had until CBS got off the air. So I have the green. I have like walking through the family and the friends. You get Butler Cabin and the end ceremony.
But what counts as crying? Like, do you have to have tears? Is that the determining
I'm not
factor?
really sure, but like Rory winning by a touchdown is probably not going to make him cry for a second back to back.
No.
Yeah, if he gives up the lead, then has to rally back to win, you might get a cry. If he wins by 9, you're not going to get a cry.
No.
Yeah, he'll already have like, what do you call it? Compartmentalize the win like 2 hours before it happened.
Exactly.
I mentioned that he was doing the Vince McMahon walk. That's the Rory I'm gonna win walk.
It certainly is.
Like whenever you see like when
That
he's in his zone, he has that strut.
Yep. Only he could do himself in now.
Unless Scotty wants to go 61-61.
Well, he has it in him.
Oh, it just popped. Our cable went off and the Euphoria ad came up. Are you big on Euphoria?
I've never watched
I
it.
feel like you should get in on Euphoria because it's so ridiculous that that's what you'd think like all 15-year-olds are like.
I've never watched it.
A lot of alcohol parties on that show, Tim.
People don't do alcohol parties anymore.
Not, on Euphoria, they do.
Fair enough.
Jeff, you watch Euphoria?
No, I'm not watching any TV these days.
None?
I don't like to talk about my TV shows with Jeff because anytime I bring up a show I'm watching, he excoriates me.
Watching.
Oh, you're watching This Is Us? You're a terrible human being. Let me tell
Oh,
you.
This
why
Is
for an hour.
Us sucks.
See, there you go. That was a great show.
Oh, that was such a pathetic show.
show?
I didn't even watch a minute to know how shit it was.
There you have it.
What show?
This is us.
This show fucking sucks.
I loved that
Yeah,
show.
because you like shitty things.
I liked that show a lot.
Like your favorite thing is the shittiest thing alive.
No, it's not.
Life is
Everything that
like
sucks,
hard,
really.
and then you're gonna watch a show that's gonna make you so freaking depressed. Yeah, pass.
It had moments of hope in it. It was a slice of life, and I enjoyed it.
It was like a melodrama.
Yeah, that's okay.
No, it's not. It fucking sucks. You have better things
I
to do
watch
with
Law
your
and
time.
Order. Jeff doesn't like that I watch Law
I
and
don't
Order.
mind Law and Order, but if for procedural,
See?
it's fine.
Criticism.
God, I just feel bad for my mother-in-law's boyfriend who's got to sit there and explain the episodes to her.
That's a good note to go out on. Thank you for spending all of your Friday with us. That's Tim, Jeff. I'm Pat Mayo. I'll see you next time.
Mayo Experience! Experience!